To my love, I've been spending months trying to figure out what to say here. I could truly go on about you for hours. How incredibly beautiful you are. How hardworking and determined you are. How I've watched your pursuit for the Lord magnify. How much you truly care for and love me. And how fashionable you are.
Stars overhead turn my head and I caught you by eye for the first time. My life to serve. Look no further, I've finally found something to hold on to.
I was dating someone from high school at the time, and he went into the Marine Corps while I was in college. He was best friends with Chandler, so he was really excited to introduce me to Chandler, his best friend.
I was stationed in Fort Benning, Georgia. I was stationed there for training.
I met Chandler, and I had the thought in my head of, oh, wow, that's a man. And if I am ever single again, I'm going for that one.
The friend that she's speaking of, or my friend, her boyfriend at the time, they were sitting outside on the park bench. She was waiting outside of our barracks building. And this is whenever she's talking about the, oh, I want that man. I did a pterodactyl screech and came running up to him. And she was like, who's that guy? He's like, well, that's for Shaw. And in her brain, she thought I was a little black man that was about this tall. Very opposite.
But I didn't think I'd be single again. And then eventually he broke up with me, and I asked Chandler if he wanted to stay friends. And he said yes, and then the rest is history. And I was determined to be with this man forever. And so I sent him cookies because I figured the best way to a man's heart is through food. And I sent him so many cookies, and eventually I broke him down. Bear with me. Chandler, I want to start by saying cookies always work. After all, we are here in part due to my persistence in sending you cookies and my great baking. You see, I knew after our trial run back in 2019 that this was more than something I could just walk away from. In fact, the summer of 2020, before Berlin got married, I asked her, how you know when someone is the one? And she, of course, knew exactly who I was talking about and gave about as good of an answer as, you just know. From that day on, I was obstinate, which means stubbornly holding fast in one's beliefs, that if you showed up with a milk carton ring at any time and asked me to marry you, I would say yes.
I've really loved watching you two grow more in love with each other every day over the last 3 years. And I knew from the moment that Holly told me that her tall Marine with the Southern accent could propose with a milk carton ring, and she would say yes, that one day we would be here celebrating your marriage. I remember your first date with Chandler because I was there too. I've never been more honored to be a third wheel in a group of 4 people. Right, Gilly? Yeah, okay. I remember watching the two of you interact on that date, and I've never seen 2 people more entranced with each other. It is wonderful to watch your best friend fall for her future husband right before your eyes. It was like it was just the 2 of you, although we were in a packed Vegas casino. And before you even knew what the future would hold for your relationship, before you even had the definition of boyfriend and girlfriend, you lit up each other's world and did not leave each other's side. Little did you know that almost 4 years later, almost to the day of your first date, you would be marrying that man as beautiful as ever.
He had very similar desires in life to me, and eventually I kind of just realized that I could get through anything with him. That was when I knew he was the one. It was almost a gut feeling that no matter what life threw at me, as long as I had you, I could get through anything. The proof of that truth is woven into the fabric of our relationship. There's not another person I would want to share my lowest lows and highest highs so intimately with.
She sent me a Snapchat then Spanish, and I screenshotted it, and I translated it. And when I screenshotted it, her response was, "You weren't supposed to do that." And so I could know what she said. And essentially it was like, "You're the only man I would like to pick me up." It was very much like the Friends moment whenever Monica has the turkey on her head and Chandler says, "I love you" for the first time, and it's like, "Oh, I love you." Yeah, that was definitely the moment I was like, yeah, might not be now, might not be tomorrow, but that's definitely gonna be the one.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't see it for someone to see me like you do, and over and over anew, seen and known. It started with you.
You have taught me so many things in our relationship, and most of them have helped me grow and nurture the godly woman, wife, and mother I hope to one day become. And the rest of them were about mechanics.
Thank you for being with me through every step of the way, every up and down that we've had, through all the laughs, mental breakdowns, smiles, and even a few picnics now and then. I promise to always stand by your side through it all. I promise to help pick you up when you are down and to highlight your highs. I promise to do the best in everything that we do together. I promise to always chase after you and you alone, to pursue the Lord with you in every part of our lives. And lastly, and perhaps most importantly, I promise to always wash the dishes for you. I love you so much, Holly, and I promise to always love you until the end of time.
There are so many things that you do for me that I will forever be grateful for. So in return, these are the things that I vow to you. I promise to always kiss you goodnight, regardless of time or hurt feelings, because you are more important than any obstacle I face. I promise to always say I love you whenever we part or say goodbye, because we will never know when our last conversation will be. And I never want to regret not telling you what you mean to me. I promise to always encourage you and push you to reach your goals. I love how ambitious and driven you are, and I want to stand by your side while you make all of your dreams come true. I promise to always listen, even when it's about mechanics, and I don't understand a thing you're saying, because I care about what's important to you. And I promise to always choose to love you. We both know that sometimes love is less of a feeling and more of an action. And I promise that through our peaks and valleys, I will always choose to love you. Oh, and I promise to always provide definitions for my really big words. There are so many other things I wish I could promise, but as an imperfect person, I know that I will fall short. So my last promise is that I will intentionally show up in our marriage every day and continue to work and grow towards being the best wife and partner I can be for you. You are my best friend, my comfort, my inspiration, and the love of my life. And I can't wait for this exciting life full of love and laughter that we get to share together. I love you.
thank you everybody for coming out. I know some people came a long ways, traveled a long time, flights with, apparently Microsoft is absolutely the biggest piece of junk. So, I mean, thanks for the headaches and dealing with that and just coming out and celebrating with us. Huzzah!
We are so grateful for all of you spending this day with us, celebrating us, and cheers to a lifetime of joy with all of you guys in it.
So deep in love, oh yeah, with a wonderful girl, the loveliest girl in this whole wide world. Oh, it's wonderful being loved. Nothing is greater beneath the sky above, and I'm in love. Oh yeah, so deep in love. Y'all listen to me now. All I was through, oh yeah, counting the stars above. But I've changed my mind, oh yeah, 'cause I'm so deep in love.
You see, I knew there was someone out there for Chandler. I just had no idea where. And as it turns out, he went to Canada. Or Washington, whatever you call it. Holly, I thank the Lord that you're the one for him. You're the most normal person I could have ever imagined for Chandler. And I must say, God knew what he was doing when he put you two together.
I would also like to thank Chandler for loving and sharing himself with Holly and helping her be happy. Last but not least, a huge thanks to my wife, Kim, the mother of the bride, for her key role in bringing up this incredible daughter that we are so proud of. Kim and I have been married now for 35 years and been together even longer. We have found that marriage is an amazing, fulfilling commitment to each other. We agree that it works for us because we are each other's best friend and we make each other laugh. To Holly and Chandler, we wish them a wonderful marriage full of love and laughter. And as Mr. Spock would say, live long and prosper.
I love you both tremendously. Cheers to your life ahead of you. I couldn't be more proud of the two of you.
There is nothing more joyful than watching your best friend grow up and marry an incredible man. Congratulations to Holly and Chandler. May your lives be filled with so much joy. To the Vershaws.